For the last 6 years or so, I have chosen a word for the year instead of making New Year's resolutions. I make a lot of lists at the new year. I set a lot of goals. I have a lot of intentions, but my year is really anchored by this word, the word that I choose or the word that chooses me. And honestly, it usually feels like the word chooses me. So I find this to be a super valuable practice, and I have no intention of stopping. I'm going to continue to choose a word for my year, and I've done different things. There have been years when I painted my word on a rock. There have been years when I've purchased a piece of jewelry that has my word on it. Sometimes my word is a phrase and not just one word. So I thought I would talk a little bit about the words I've chosen, why I chose them, and how it is that I feel like choosing a word for your year can really anchor your year, why I think this is a valuable practice. So in 2014, my word was ease. And I remember when I chose that word, my life felt difficult. It felt like I was running up against brick walls all the time. Like I was just on this uphill battle. And I didn't want my life to feel like that. I wanted my life to feel easier. And when I choose a word, my idea, that first year that I did it, my idea was I'll choose this word, and this is the energy that I'm wanting to bring into my year. And as the year progresses, when I am making decisions, I will bring that word into the decision, and I will ask myself, which is, in this case, which is the path of least resistance, which is the easier decision, what would feel easier to me. So ease was my word for 2014. In 2015, I used a phrase, wild devotion. You have probably heard me say or seen on my website the phrase, I have a wild, devoted heart. It's just a description that I really like, that I feel is true about me, that I feel both anchored into ritual and tradition and devotion, but also, one of my core values is freedom, and there is a wildness to me, to my love, to my outlook, to the way that I engage my spirituality in the world. And so that's what wild devotion was all about. And also it had this other layer of being wildly devoted to my work, to my mission, to my passion, to being just super engaged, but not narrow. In 2016, I chose the word inspiration, and I think, what I was thinking of at that time, I think I felt a little off path in 2016, wondering what was the right thing for me, what really is my mission, what am I meant to create? And I was looking for that little extra spark of creative energy. In 2017, I chose the word belonging. Feeling that I don't belong is something that I've kind of struggled with my whole life. And I remember choosing that word, hoping that I would really find my people, my niche, communities and places, friendships, conversations where I would feel authentic, where I'd feel like I do, in fact, belong here. 2018, I chose a phrase, divine order, and it was twofold. It was a reminder to me to allow things to unfold at their own pace, to trust that there was a divine timing to everything, but at the same time it was about clutter clearing and getting my physical space in order and getting my body in order. And I think I'm still working the energy of all of these words, actually, but definitely still divine order. In fact, when I chose my word for 2019, I felt like I was still dealing with a lot of the same energies of 2018 and 2019. I didn't feel so much of a big break between the years. I felt like it was a continuation. And my year for 2019 has been harmony. And for the first time, when I chose harmony, or harmony chose me, I wasn't really sure about it. It sounded right. I knew that harmony was my word, but I couldn't really verbalize exactly what that meant. Something that's happened for me every year that I've done this practice is that I really feel the word culminate. I feel the word coming into my physical experience. I really understand the word toward the last 2 or 3 months of the year. So this year, definitely no exception. With harmony, I really started to feel harmony around September, October of this year, meaning that the different aspects of me, of my personality, of my work and my life were coming into harmony. There was an integration. I've also been really engaged with sound healing this year, and I think harmony speaks to that as well. I do find that my word, that choosing a word, becomes a focal point, an anchor, a compass in the middle of my year. I am someone who lives very much in cycles, and I pay attention to the cycles of the moon. I pay attention to the seasons. Where are we in the year, and what different elements and energies are at play because of where we are in that map of the year. And the word that I choose has a role to play in that. It's a reminder to me of what was important to me at the start of the year, what I was hoping to do, what I was hoping to bring in. And as I am choosing, making choices and engaging in activities and doing things and deciding things about my work and about my life, I bring that word in to help me make decisions, to be a sort of guide for me. So when you choose a word, it's like your higher self guiding yourself, your highest desire, or what you're hoping to manifest, what you're hoping to bring in is embedded in that word at the beginning of the year. And then there's this beautiful thing at the end of the year of being able to look back and see, how did the word work in my life? What happened because of choosing that word? I find it very interesting and kind of magical and beautiful, and it's just something easy that you can do to bring that shape into your lived experience and to come into mindfulness and to come into awareness. I've discovered all kinds of different things that harmony has meant for me this year, and sometimes I will see the word harmony, or someone will say it to me when they're in a conversation, and I take that as like a little wave, a little sign from God, a little hey, we're on the harmony path this year, 2019 harmony. So this year, as we engage in our rituals of closing down one year and moving into a new year, we're actually moving out of a decade. This is a big shift. And unlike that shift between 2018 and 2019 that felt very small, this shift to me feels huge. I would love to know how you feel, because I feel personally like I am walking into something completely new in 2020. I feel like a huge cycle in my life has ended, and I'm moving into the next cycle. So my word, choosing my word, it hasn't come to me as quickly this year as it has in years past, because it feels so different and so important to me. I have these things I do every year, and next week I'm going to be uploading a video about that process, about what I do to close out a year and invite in a new year. And I'll talk more about my word of the year in that video, and share with you my process. But I do a lot of journaling. I do a lot of list making. I use cards. I meditate. I watch the Rose Bowl parade. I love watching that parade on New Year's Day and feeling the energy of a new year. And so I'm very excited about 2020. I don't necessarily think it's going to be an easy time for us, but I do think it's going to be an important time. And I do feel a lot of energies at play. So if you choose a word of the year, something that you can do, and this I think is the third or fourth year that I've offered this, is I will paint for you a word of the year painting, or I think I call them your sacred word paintings on my website. These are 12 by 12 canvases. You tell me what your word of the year is, and I paint intuitively and put your word on the canvas. And so this painting becomes a container for your word of the year. You can put it on your altar, you can hang it over your desk, you can have it be a visual, physical reminder of the word that you have chosen, of the energies that you are inviting into your year. So I would love for you to come to my website, which is Lori-Lyn and check that out. Check out that offering, see if it's calling to you. I would love to paint for you. I am only painting a limited number of these this year. And the promise is, as it always is, that I will paint them in the order that they are requested, and all paintings will be shipped by February 15, 2020. You will likely get your painting before then if you order it pretty soon, but they will all be shipped by that date. So give that some consideration, and leave me a comment and let me know if you chose a word for 2019, and if you did, how did you find that word in your experience? How did it show up for you? Were there any surprises for you? Because for me, harmony definitely brought some surprises. And interestingly, I think what harmony brought for me goes all the way back to 2014, and the word I chose, which was ease, the first word of the year I ever chose for myself. Harmony brought ease to me, along with harmony and divine order, the 2018, 2019. I mean, 2018 is when I started Bright Line Eating, which brought order to my body and to my eating habits. I've been clutter clearing and working on my house since 2018, and I'm really seeing and feeling the effects of that now. And just knowing that it's safe and preferable for me to allow all pieces of myself to be seen and integrated, that I can be my whole self, which is really what harmony, one of the things that harmony means for me, that has brought peace and ease into my life this year. And harmony is also a word that I associate with beauty and natural beauty, and just noticing the beauty in my life. Harmony has laid that at my feet this year as well. So I'm looking forward to doing my end of the year wrap up and my new year planning and sharing that with you. Please do leave me the comment about your word of the year. Tell me what you chose for 2019. Check out the Your Sacred Word paintings on my website to see if that is an offering that is calling to you. As always, I thank you so much for being here, for watching this video. If you celebrate Christmas this week, I hope you have a beautiful Christmas. I will be thinking of you and saying a prayer for you, and it's just with deep, deep gratitude that I step into this space with you every week and share my life and my work. I love you, and I'm wishing you a beautiful new year.